right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name's Vince Keep. I'm alongside my great partner, Joel Sackenheim. Joel,
how we doing there, Vince?
Good. I'm doing good, Joel.
Good to see you,
yeah,
brother.
good to see you. And today we are here at the Shooter Sports Bar and Grill for the Report Ohio app launch. It's probably one of the biggest projects Chris has done.
Chris has put a lot of effort into this.
Like 2 years, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And so we're going to kind of show off the app. If you look to the left of our screen, we got a share screen of what the app would look like. Joel has not gotten the app, so we're going to get basically his.
I have a flip phone, so
yes.
I can't get the app, but you all can.
Yes,
so
go onto the App Store or wherever you download your apps.
Very little about this, but Vince, you're going to give me the tour and show me what all this thing can do.
Pretty much, we've kind of looked through this. Like, the home page is like how you would expect most home pages to be. Your most recent stories and updates. Like, you can view the story. Like, let's look at this first one here. Edgewood. With Chris Vogt talking about his Edgewood football preview. The Cougars are coming into this season with a new head coach.
Okay.
So basically go through his stories, all that, read about what he said about Edgewood football. So your homepage is really just...
I know Chris has been doing a tour around...
Right.
He's got 22 coverage areas
yeah.
now. With Harrison being
Harrison, the new addition. And then he was yesterday in the morning and afternoon. He was at Hamilton with good old RV Crouch.
He was at Lebanon last night.
And then he was at Lebanon at midnight. I'm like... He's going everywhere.
I don't think he sleeps.
No, I don't think he does either.
They just plug Chris Vogt in at night and recharge his battery, like your cell phone.
So, and then our second page we got over here, this is your scores and schedules.
Okay, now this is by conference, correct?
Yes, this is, I think, by conference.
GMC at the top here. There's
yes.
other drop-downs.
There's other drop-downs. These are all our conferences we have affiliated, like our coverage area members. And then down here you'll have, like, for one, if you want to look at the Columbus City League.
All right,
and then
they all are.
Yeah, here's all they are.
Nubians, Beechcroft. I think they're the Cougars.
Yeah.
Briggs Bruins, Centennial Stars. Yeah, look at all those guys.
Yeah. Got Northland. You got Walnut Ridge. Independence.
Hang on. Click on Independence there.
I don't think you can.
Is it clickable?
No, okay. I don't think it is clickable.
I'm going to have to get with Chris on that because Independence is the 76ers. But there might be a different Independence. We got to make sure that we got the right Independence up
right.
there. Okay.
But let's just
Mifflin Punchers, Columbus South, Columbus West. See them? Okay.
Yeah. And then, but you can always go look through. Let's look at the ECC, little local. They got every game. You can let's if you want to look at Louisville, Trinity,
Anderson.
Yes.
Wow.
And you can preview these matchups. I think obviously once as we get more into the season, I think we can get obviously more information, more statistics, all that, who to look out for. But yeah, Louisville, Trinity, Anderson's going to be a big matchup, and then I want to go back to where we're going for week 1.
Oh, Hamilton-Badin.
Hamilton-Badin at the wonderful Matandy Sportsplex. And
I'll be there.
I will be there.
Dad. Will you be there?
Yes, I will be there.
Okay.
Yes, I will be there.
There might be another crew going out to, I think, Springboro and Mason possibly as well.
Huh.
I think Chris is looking to cover a couple games that night.
Right, yeah. I should be at Hamilton-Badin.
Okay.
I think I will, yes. But obviously, here you get your, once you get further into the season, when you got a matchup between Hamilton and Fairfield, both their records, you'll have conference records, their streaks, more info with statistics. Obviously, this is we're in August 1st. Practices officially started today for football, girls volleyball, all that, and then even if you want to go into another sport, girls volleyball. Got Springboro, Lakota East, which is set for August 18th. Talawanda, Lakota West, Sycamore, McNick.
Yeah.
Colerain, Indian Hill.
Up to Miami Valley Conference on girls volleyball. I think Cincinnati Christian also opens up.
Yes, they
on that same night, the 18th.
They have a game.
It's football. We got to change again.
Oh, this is football. Oh.
Girls volleyball.
There we go.
So we change conference, it goes back to football. So
okay.
Yeah,
I'm learning some of this too along with you.
This works
so they open up with Reading on August
Reading Blue Devils,
18th,
6:30 p.m.
And then I think
at the Holy Spirit Dome.
Yes, the Holy Spirit Dome. Great place, and I think if I'm not wrong, they have a game, on the 21st, Friday night
against Middletown
Christian,
I will not be able to announce because I'll be at the Terry Malone Plateau.
Yeah, you will be there. So Middletown Christian CCS.
Oh, the Sac and Constantinople.
Yeah, the Sac and Constantinople. And then you can look at another one of your conferences here. You got the Metro
Buckeye.
They don't
have football.
Right.
That's Legacy Christian.
All these
games. Christian, I think, is in that conference.
Yes, this is Middletown Christian's conference. I think all these.
These are all the Legacy Christian games. So.
Yeah, it looks like it's all the Legacy Christian games, but
Looks like Chris needs to download and looks Metro Buckeye, the other teams that are in there.
But yeah, GMC football, you got your Middletown Elders, your Wayne Fairfields. Dakota West, their student broadcasting will do the stream of their game.
Click on the live stream then. It's not
yes.
going, obviously.
Obviously, it's not going, but when it's game day.
Is it clickable right now?
I
know they're not up.
It just takes you to their student channel.
Okay.
There.
You'll be able to see it there.
So it would probably be the first thing that pops up.
That's right.
But this is Dakota West's most recent. Great crew there. I've talked to some of them. Awesome people that do that.
They got a big game that night.
Yeah, that's against St. X, who it's kind of become a rival for them in a sort of way because of how much they have played over the past.
Those games, the Dakota West St. X game, and the game between Princeton and Moeller.
Yes.
And we're going to add a third game to that this year.
Middletown Elder.
And Middletown. Yep. Those three are going to be maybe three of the most important games in all of Ohio for week 1.
Right.
Because of the GMC playing a 9-game conference schedule.
Mm-hmm.
If the GCL South sweeps those 3 games,
right,
it deflates all of the points that are available for all of your conference games in
right.
the GMC, while funneling all those points over to that
the GCL COA. Yeah, GCL South, right.
Yeah.
And then
week one is more important to the GMC and the other 10-team conference than you realize.
Right, we got other matchups here. Edgewood Oak Hills, or not just Oak Hills is preview there. You got Sycamore Kings, Wayne Fairfield, that's been happening. LaSalle Colerain, which always I feel like has been happening for a long time, and then Hamilton Baden.
Had that, yep.
And then if you want to watch us, the Report Ohio side is not working, but on the app you'd see typically our most recent stream.
We're not on the air right now because we're not running that game right now.
Right. Obviously, we're not running games, and this is a app preview from a website. So,
gotcha.
But pretty much like our mostly it'll probably be this stream or our most recent stream, which was the Cincinnati Alumni Challenge, which was a lot of fun to cover. Me and Chris did that.
Oh, there's your nosebleeds.
Yeah. So this is my podcast. As Chris peeks through here. So I'm gonna just kind of this is a podcast I run with my cousins Brady and Zach. We started this in May just as a fun thing to kind of get going there. So
how'd you name it?
So the Nosebleeds has been a idea we've run we post clips. It's been an idea since 21. We started this. Me and Brady. Zach ended up joining us a couple years later. So we came up with a name because obviously we're teenagers and we've had a lot of our experiences. We're up in the nosebleed seats, especially of Great American Ballpark or Paycor Stadium. So the Nosebleeds name came from, the term nosebleeds, which is like the upper deck seats, all that. So, obviously you can click on here, watch our most recent podcast.
Welcome back to the Nosebleeds Sports Podcast.
Myself,
episode
Zach, and
8.
Brady. Obviously, this is the greatest view
fellas.
on there, but you got that there. Boom. Watch us, our YouTube channel there. So it gives us direct access. You can check out our YouTube channel or anything else you want to check out with that. So just kind of a little self-promotion there.
There you go.
We're officially partners with the Report Ohio. So, and then obviously you have the coach's office, which is I think the podcast Chris runs. They talked with I think Chad Murphy and then Princeton's women's basketball coach most recently. You can also check out content from Miami University. All of their content there, Chuck Martin, their media days, all that, their press conferences. So anything you want to check out, like Miami Redhawks related, and then obviously you got Dakota West, Baden News Network, Dakota East, Mason, the NBC, and then all of those student-led operations. With respect to all of those are always awesome. Seeing student-led stuff like that, and especially seeing students get involved there, and then. Quick over here, we got
standings and stats.
Yes,
I know Chris has started this in Butler County.
Yes,
it was a mouthful of a name. We used to call it the Butler County High School Sports Report.
As we are having technical difficulties.
All right, your app is starting.
Let's see if we can get this to work. Technical difficulties here, folks. There we go.
Refreshed.
There we go. So back to GMC.
So Chris started in Butler County. He's expanded to Warren County.
Right.
He's expanded to Harris now. But I'm sure with this app, he would like to touch quite a few more corners.
Oh, yeah.
So looking at these conference standings, obviously they're all 0-0, and you recognize these 10 names.
Yeah.
Toledo City League will probably be in here, right?
Yeah.
Lima, and then the 6 Toledo schools. Looking down here outside our coverage area.
We're going way outside the coverage area.
Right? Toledo City League.
Boom.
The Boucher Blue Racers, Lima Senior Spartans, Rogers Rams, Scott Bulldogs, Start Spartans, Wade Indians, and the Woodward. This should be the Polar Bears. How about that?
We got Cincinnati
Woodward up there. We got to have Toledo Woodward up there.
Right, exactly.
All right, Chris and I got to get together on some of these.
Yeah.
I've been studying to get ready for this, folks.
I also wonder if there's another league in here.
What are you looking for?
I'm going to see if they got the Catholic High School League in here. That's a league. Maybe they do.
Well,
it's mainly Michigan, but there's 5 Ohio members.
You got what? St. John's Jesuit.
Yeah, St. John's Jesuit.
Toledo, St.
Francis Sales. Yep,
is up there.
We covered them when they played Beta in the Open Up. They upset the Rams 7-0 at Xenia. That was a fun game.
Yeah.
Toledo Central Catholic's in that league as well.
Yeah, they are.
And then if you want to look at other leagues, let's just say, just kind of give us a league here we could look at.
Let's go to the Ohio Cardinal Conference. That's like New Philadelphia.
Yeah, let's go to the Ohio Cardinal
Worcester.
Conference. Ashland, Lexington, Mansfield, New Philadelphia.
The Quakers.
Yes.
New Philadelphia Quakers. So 7 teams in that conference. If you want to know all about Stark County, there it is.
Yes. Basically, the fun thing is any league in Ohio you want to look at, it is at the tip of your fingertips. This isn't just for people in Cincinnati. This is for people all throughout Ohio, even though we mainly cover Cincinnati. Does
that mean we can go to the Scioto Valley Conference and look up the Unioto Sherman tanks?
Yeah, let's do that. So
let's look at the Scioto Valley Conference. SC?
Let's see where they're at.
It's under abbreviation, isn't it?
There it is.
There's
SVC, baby.
Conference. There's the Unioto Sherman tanks. Look at them. Can find out how they do.
Yes.
Westfall's in there as well. That's where Joe Idle went to high school.
Oh, did not know that.
He's a Westfall Mustang.
Oh.
So I'm going to fix this for you guys.
Chris is going to go ahead and do a little editing here to kind of recrop this a little bit.
There we go. We can see everything
Look at all
now.
This.
There we go. Now you can see everything. Hopefully anything.
Hey.
Get the right side knocked down.
Yeah. Oh, it's sliding it. Okay, there it is.
There we are.
Boom.
Chris
Oh, wow.
Vogt. Chris Vogt, everybody.
Chris Vogt knows what's up.
So, yeah, if you want to cover the Scioto Valley.
Have you gone to the Morris section yet?
We have not. We're about to get
Who
to
are
it.
we going to?
Gosh, you're going to have fun.
Okay.
All right, let's see. You know,
The Moore section.
Keep talking about
obviously, if you want to learn more about the Great
G-Walk.
Western Ohio Conference with the Beavers,
Fairmont
Elks,
and
Firebirds.
Alter starting off week 1.
Yeah, I think on ESPN.
I think they're on ESPN.
Wow. Big time coverage there for Fairmont and Alter. You can also look at the Buckeye 8 if you want to. You
There
know,
we go.
you got pretty much which is it 8? The Buckeye 8.
Well, there's 12 teams in the Buckeye 8, which is just like college football, I think.
Yeah, just like the Big 10 and the Big 12 that have
St.
18.
Clairsville Red Devils, you are way out east. East and south along the Martins Ferry, along the Ohio River.
Right. We got the Northern 8, which
That's 8-man football.
Yeah,
That is
okay.
the only 8-man football conference.
did not know that.
Rich, and there's actually a new team that just got added like a few weeks ago. Begins with a W. I forget the name of it, but it's up there in the northern rim as well.
All right. Did not actually.
Yes.
All right. So that is why they are called the Northern 8.
The Northern 8.
Perfect.
8-man football.
The more you learn here,
Yeah,
folks.
Ohio introduced that only a couple years ago, I think.
Right. I think it's a new thing, too. You also got the WOAC here, which is.
That's Preble Shawnee, right?
This is.
There
No,
it
this
is.
is. Yeah, Tri-Village, Preble Shawnee, National
Tri-Village.
Trail,
Yeah.
Dixie, and Osea.
Dixie opens up with New Miami. I
Yes,
believe,
they do
week 1.
open up with New Miami. That's going to be a
Rams.
very.
Mississinawa Valley.
Yes.
Home of the Blackhawks.
So now we get to the fun part.
All right, the more.
Well, the more. So, the more section features all your daily life scores from any conference. So, like, we'll just stick local. We'll keep it local, you know. Oh, what's happening in the GMC today? Obviously nothing. This is
it's August the 1st.
Right, it's August 1st. There's no games.
But there will be things going on in the
Right.
GMC.
Maybe there's a golf match or something going
It'll be
on
coming
today.
up at some point.
I think golf started yesterday, I think, officially. But you can also look at Miami Redhawks. This will give you access to all their websites, schedules, all that for like hockey, baseball, and then if you want more schedules, if you want to leave like Miami, like soccer or club soccer or anything, Miami Hamilton, which is a member of the USCAA, all their sports here, the big ones, men's basketball, baseball, all sports, which gives you access to women's basketball, women's volleyball, which starts their season in, I think, August 17th. They open up the year against
you and I
Clark
have both
State.
been former voices of the Harriers.
Yes,
too,
we have. Well, I'm a current voice of the Harriers. You're the former
but old
voice.
voice of the Harriers.
Good old,
Maybe I'm just old.
good old Chris Settle, and then obviously Miami
Yes,
Middletown.
Chris
Anything you
Settle.
want to access there. And then also other things Chris covers.
Little League.
West Side Little League got their roster.
Schedule
you got their
versus
schedule.
Ironton. No, these are games they've already won.
Right. They
And
play.
then the 8th, they got Michigan.
Yeah, and the 8th, they got Michigan at 10 a.m. in Whitestown, Indiana. But if you want to look at their roster here, all the access is there. And then my specialty, the Hamilton Joes. The specialty at
Call games
Hamilton.
for them too?
Yes, I do. They ended. I was up. That's why I was up.
Tyler Bradshaw. You don't know if you know Tyler or not.
I've met him before
he
once or
was
twice.
my successor at Miami Hamilton and did a lot of Hamilton
Right.
work as well.
So they recently just ended their playoff season against Grand Lake. They ended up losing 7-4 in Salina, but a great season there. Shout out Coach Davis Schaefer and all his coaching staff and all the players there. You can look at college commitments as well. This is where the couple we got. Devlin Daniel from Indian Hill, he's going to go to Mississippi State University, and then Eli Beck from Madeira, he's going to go to the University of Utah.
Okay.
So, and then
college commitments
that's for baseball. College football,
we got a Wyoming kid
going to Princeton University.
Okay.
Girls lacrosse,
Ivy League.
Yeah, Kaylee Adams is going to Campbell. Sophia Hall from Marymount, she is going to Stetson, and then girls soccer.
That's the Hatters of the Atlantic Sun Conference in DeLand, Florida.
Addie, sorry if I can botch this completely. So Wally, that's what we're going to go with from Marymount. He's going to the University of Wisconsin in Madison.
Okay.
All right. So congratulations to all those people. Obviously, throughout the year, there'll be Recruiting Hub, which is coming soon. So if you want to look at any prospects from the class of 27, 28, transfer portal for college is coming soon. We got the SAC Report Harbin rankings coming.
Oh, boy, look at that.
To the Report Ohio app coming
That's
soon.
right.
Power rankings. You can look at the state polls.
I guarantee everybody's tied for first place right now in the Harbin ratings.
Probably, but these are
they've not played the game yet.
Right, exactly. These are the state polls for baseball.
Okay.
So this is for Division 1. You got all their top 17. D3, obviously, Baden number 1, Bishop Watt number 2, University School number 3. You also got your rankings for softball as well. Austintown Fitch, obviously, I think one of the biggest softball powerhouses in Ohio. Yes. Hilliard Bradley, Centerville, who had a good run to the state. Gahanna Lincoln, Lakota East, probably one of the best teams out of the GMC this year.
Jackson.
Yeah, Massillon Jackson, Milford, Olentangy, Lebanon. Division 2, you got Anthony Wayne, who's another softball powerhouse.
They're
I think
in the Toledo area.
Yeah, they're in the Toledo area. Mount Vernon Clay, Kings, which was another good team. They ended up beating Baden this year. Mm-hmm. And then Division 3, Dover, Greenville, Western, Brown. And, there they are. The Baden Rams. Got Talawanda, who had also another good year as well in Division 3. And then in Division 4, with a winning streak of 64, is Kenton Ridge.
64 straight wins?
Yes, they've had two 32-0 seasons in the state of Ohio. Kenton Ridge, shout out to them. I think they're ranked number 4 in the Max Preps softball rankings nationally.
Nationally?
Yes.
Which, again, I don't know how in the world anybody can possibly have an accurate national ranking. Who's watching California softball teams comparing them to Kenton Ridge? I don't know.
I don't know. Someone at Max Preps probably. Performers of the week. This will obviously get, when it's football, you can nominate someone.
I think we should nominate Chris Vogt.
Yeah, let's.
Can we nominate Chris Vogt for Performer of the Week for launching the app?
Let's do that.
Okay,
Chris Vogt. He went to Baden High School. What sports did he play at Baden?
Let's see here. What do we got here?
Football. We got everything. Other. Yes.
Journalism.
Select conference.
GCL
Co-ed. State/key
Stats performance. Launched new app.
Launched a new app on August 1st.
Why they deserve it.
Chris is awesome.
I was just going to say that.
If I spell awesome
He's
correct.
Also.
Awesome. And a bunch of exclamation points. Your info here.
All right.
You want to do mine? Yeah, let's do mine.
Yours.
We're gonna expose my email to the world.
Your email to the world.
Well, we'll put it under. We'll put it under Chris's email. Submit nomination. There we go. So Chris has been
nominated Chris Vogt.
We nominated Chris Vogt for Athlete of the Week, sponsored by Richard's Pizza. We'll see if Chris can get it on there. Obviously, photo galleries here as well. I think. Let's see if we got any photos. We're doing everything here. If we can pull it up. This was back in June. There's 10 photos.
We got photos.
There we go.
There we go.
So we'll just pull this one up right here. Boom.
Excellent.
Talawanda Madison 7-on-7 from June 16th of this year. So we're going way back. We also have the submit content button. So you can do scores. You can submit a feature. You can submit a story. You can submit photos. So anything you want to submit, like if I wanted to go on here and submit a score for Baden and Salina or something like that, you can. Obviously, if it's like if you find if like you were at the game, and obviously a lot of those like sometimes sometimes slow with posting scores. Daily trivia, which is coming soon. So you'll get like daily trivia questions, head coach openings, which is another feature that's coming soon. So you get me the head boys basketball coach at Hudson, junior high volleyball coach at Bradford Schools,
Railroaders,
head boys tennis coach, head freshman boys basketball coach at
varsity boys basketball. You got Delphus City. Is that Delphus Jefferson?
I would say varsity. Yeah, Delphus Jefferson is accepting applications for his
Wildcats.
Yeah. So if anyone wants a head basketball coach,
find out.
All right, what conference are we looking at? Northwest
Either
Conference?
Northwest or Northwest Central. There's two of them up there. They're both very small schools because Delphus Jefferson.
Northwest Conference. Let's check Northwest Conference.
There it is.
Yeah, Delphus Jefferson. There we go.
We can play against Fort Loramie and Allen East and all them. We can do
that.
Yeah,
Spencerville, Lima Central Catholic.
Bearcats. Pull up Spencerville.
Yeah.
Go back to that. Spencerville Bearcats have the ugliest looking logo in all of sports. Have you seen this thing?
I have not. Well, we're going to look at it now.
Northwest Conference.
Boom.
Pull this up and see if you can actually see it. See if it zooms into Spencerville.
Spencerville.
Look at that Bearcat.
Wow.
That is a gnarly looking amoeba-like Bearcat.
Wow.
I was looking at the logo saying, whoa.
Whoa, indeed. There. We got more and more. There's a lot more and more. Mm-hmm. So we obviously going through this, submit content, head coach openings, assignment central. So anyone in high school, out of high school, that's saying, I want to get into coverage. I want to go cover the high school events. Like, for example, let's say you're a writer or a photographer or like an up-and-coming photographer at Talawanda. Mm-hmm. Their first volleyball game of the season's at Lakota West. Or if like you got a home game or like at Little Miami, you could sign up here with these links.
Take
like
some pictures at Little Miami.
Right, take some.
Soccer.
You can put your name, email, phone number. Chris can like help you out with a few things.
Send the assignment. Chris will get you a media pass.
Yeah.
Get you in free to the game, I would imagine, right?
And then Hamilton Baden already has been claimed by the guy who's running the camera right behind us. So he's doing camera work there.
But if you want to go down to the pit and see Middletown at Elder.
Or go down to Paycor Stadium, watch Moeller and Princeton battle it out.
Sign up to be a photographer and Chris will get you into the game for free. That's not
sign
bad.
up and as a writer, you can put your name, you know.
I mean, shoot, the $2.99 a month you would pay for this thing is better than the cost of a ticket to get to Paycor Stadium. Right?
Exactly.
Think about that, Chris. If you sign up for $2.99 a month, you then can claim the photographer spot, bring your camera down there to Paycor Stadium, and get in free and not pay $10 to get in to the football game.
And see your photos on the app.
And see your photos on the app later on that night. That sounds like you're saving $7 on a ticket.
Yeah, it sounds like if you're good at photography and you want to save a little money.
That sounds good.
Sign up for $2.99 and we got you. So obviously these are more internship. If you obviously just want to be in general, like internship, you got photography, videography, sports writing. Let's look at like what the application would look like for a sports writer. Put your full name, where you go to school, your grade. You can put recent graduate, or if you're a current student there.
Okay.
As well, email.
Can I put recent graduate? How recently did I graduate?
Not
so recent.
Not so recently.
We need not so recent graduate, Chris.
Yeah, not so recent graduate
not
here
so
for
recent
Joel.
Graduate. That's right.
And then obviously, if you want to cover a Pacific Conference, a Pacific school, like let's just say, I wanted to cover Spencerville High School.
Spencerville Bearcats.
Yeah, the Spencerville Bearcats. You can cover the Spencerville Bearcats, and you could cover the Northwest Conference if you wanted to, which is not.
Is it not in there right now?
I don't think it is in there yet.
All right.
But if you want to say cover the Southern Buckeye Athletic and Academic Conference.
That's right. 11 teams in 2 divisions, American and National. Your Batavia and your Goshen.
Your New Richmonds.
New Richmond. Clinton Massey.
Yeah.
Let's see who else is
Claremont
out there.
Northeastern?
They're in the National Division.
Oh, they are out there. Batavia.
I got Batavia already. Blanchester would be in the National.
Yeah.
East Clinton would be in the National. I mean, who else are we missing? We're missing a couple others, I think.
We can obviously, and the best way to do
that.
that.
See who we're missing.
Who are we missing? The best way to do this is obviously
Southern Buckeye Athletic and Academic Conference.
The SABAC. There we go. So
Western Brown and Wilmington.
Yeah, Western Brown and Wilmington.
Bethel Tate.
We've covered a couple games with Wilmington.
And Williamsburg. Williamsburg's the class of that league football.
Yes. Oh, football. Yeah.
Fayetteville Perry used to be in the National Division too, but they're now independent.
Right. Bar and Grill for having us here today. Awesome event. Got to see a lot of good faces. Get to see a lot of good people. A lot more coming. We're here till 2 o'clock. So obviously, if you're watching the stream or in the Hamilton area, and you're like, I need something to do for a little bit this afternoon. Come on down to Shooters and come say hey and a thank you to Chris. You can also buy merchandise.
That's it.
There you go. If you want to report, if you want anything, or if you want the old merch, the BCHS Report Ohio hoodie, Butler County High School
Sports. Advertise that as a throwback.
Yeah, you could advertise that as like
old school,
an antique vintage type of thing. Got your shirt, your Report Ohio joggers. I might have to cop this here in the future. Look at that. I want some Report Ohio positive and unique forms of delivering information to
that nobody reads, right?
Yeah, this is the stuff nobody reads. So the fun stuff, as I like to call it.
The fun stuff.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. Obviously, you get your notifications here. Anything's like posted, Facebook, X.
That'll probably give a good time.
Yeah, doing today.
They're all awake.
Woo! Everyone's awake, ready to go. So we're here. I kind of joked with Chris. I was like, this is like we're like the what is it? We're like college game day pretty much. We got a crowd in front of us, people here. We're the main coveragers. I mean. Hey, we're
the most humble of beginnings.
Yes, from the most humble.
Seed will germinate and sprout.
Exactly. So we're going to take a break. We will be back on at some point. Me and Chris kind of talk over things. Obviously, high school football season starts in 3 weeks, soccer 2 weeks. I think volleyball also starts on the 14th or the 17th. I think the 17th is official on that Monday. Welcome back here. We are at Shooter's Sports Bar and Grill. I'm Vince Keefe, now joined by Chris Folk. Chris, how are we doing?
Joel, this is an exciting day. Just trying to make my rounds with those who are here and chatting.
Oh yeah,
regarding the app, but it's an exciting time. I think one of the main reasons why I wanted to put this together. I think I think the area, and not just the area, but I think the state of Ohio deserves a platform that has everything in a collective area.
Right, exactly. Everything they can go to find anything. Social media. I think one of the best things that I think we could show off here, I think it's in more.
Yeah.
Is that you can actually, if we scroll here, it's somewhere, I think, maybe, it's like you could submit content.
Yeah.
So you can go under there, submit a score, say for like a Mason Springboro football. If no one's post a score, and if we're at the game or something like that, post a score, post everything, post the date, and then everything else on there too. You need.
Right, and the thing is, the platform is built to where things can work in live in real time.
Right.
You're gonna go on ScoreStream. You're gonna see that. But what the cool thing is that we're able to embed everything from
one centralized source.
And
also too, Cincinnati and Dayton. I think the best part about that is they have like those like conference websites, GMC, GCL Co-Ed. They don't. Some of those up in like Toledo, Cleveland may have like a conference website. I may or may not know, but like if you want one source for anything and everything, high school football in the state, or just any high school sports in general in the state of Ohio, this is your main source.
Right. So daily live scores.
Right.
You're literally going to have an opportunity to see on the daily basis. Like, you click on the Central Catholic League. There's nothing going on today, obviously.
Obviously, this is the first day of practices for a lot of sports in the state of Ohio.
Correct. So we're going to see for helping this be a thing. We sat down with AE Door Sales, talked with them. They said we love the idea, and pitched it to them, and they ultimately paid for the entire process to get this.
That is awesome.
To get this started. So big thank you to AE Door Sales and our other sponsors too. I don't know if you guys clicked on this earlier.
Yeah, we looked at it. We shouted out one of the sponsors too.
I want to thank a lot of our sponsors who are committed. Got to talk to a couple others that have been in
Shooters, which is allowing us this space to use Matandy.
Vertical Rays.
Yeah, Vertical Rays. Yeah.
Fantastic with
CG
us.
Hamilton,
Tri-State
football.
And Tri-State football has been a great affiliate with us. Heirloom Framing does a lot of great work with our trophies and and awards and plaques and whatnot. Matandy Steel, a huge component into our coverage area. Providing coverage area, just content. General Electric Credit Union is our game day sponsor.
Yeah,
just the total support that everybody headlines. They provide our gear.
Yeah, they provide this.
Yeah,
right
there
here.
It is.
There it is. Report Ohio, baby.
So we're thankful for them, and then Richard's Pizza lining it up with them to be our future performer of the week sponsor.
Right.
Which can't wait for that to.
Oh yeah, once we get into all the sports seasons, mainly
to get underway. You guys already went all over this.
Right.
We did daily trivia.
Yeah,
I just thought it was a cool little addition to sort of go out of the ordinary and say, hey, what happened with yesterday's games? Oh, everything that kind of goes onto the site.
Yeah, those websites.
But it's Wayne Henson, good old former Edgewood softball coach, is here to say hey to us. Well, I might have to get him on to say hey. But trivia is going to be. It's going to calculate itself, which AI is crazy. It's going to calculate what play-by-play guy.
Right, Joel Sack.
Joel Sack calculates the information from each high school sporting event for football in like a matter of seconds, and it'll be out there. So he has everything calculated for us before the Harbin rankings are even updated, which will be obviously last year with the basketball program.
Right.
Recruiting Hub. That's going to be a neat one too. So with the submitting content, you can submit information about your if it's a a parent doing it, if it's a student athlete, you can submit profile pics. You can submit your information to go on to. And what's cool about it is it scrapes everything from what we can get our hands on publicly. And we'll compile. I think we've got about how many? Whitestown, Indiana.
You going out to Whitestown?
I think we're going to be there. I think we're going to be there here. And what cool thing is that there's going to be a scorecard on our homepage that will ultimately have.
Very neat.
You got the 2 runners on second inning.
Right.
It's 2-1 West Side. That's the type of thing, and it updates live, which is pretty. Oh yeah, we can see the box scores, everything.
Then you got the Hamilton Joes on there as well.
Yeah, Hamilton Joes. Unfortunately, their season is wrapped up.
Yep. Shout out to old Davis Schaefer.
Yep. Congratulations to. I'd say you know what? Hey, they finished above 500, so good for them.
Yeah, they finished above 500. Great season. I know, like I was there in Salina Game 3 with them when they played Grand Lake, just to kind of ran out of gas towards the end of the way.
Yeah.
Like you can look at the end of the Xenia series, the Grand Lake series. They had a good competitive playoff run.
There was some. I was impressed. I think we caught that first win against the Lima Locos. We were there covering it, and then they reeled off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 games, and then they ended up
do some great things for them.
I'll be honest with you. Not just Hamilton Westside and Hamilton Joes. If you want your team to have their schedule and rosters and information there, let me know. Let's work something out. We'll figure it out. It's a cool little platform.
You also got like Miami Hamilton, Miami Middletown.
Correct. Yep.
Those Miami University, the Red Hawks, and Oxford. A couple hard copies.
Nope.
No, you're done with hard copies.
Nope. We're done.
We're
it's going right on our app. You guys can come on right on our app and check that out. So that's where we're at right now. But
standings.
Did you? I mean,
we fooled around with this.
Did you fool?
Oh man, this is literally what me and Joel did. Like most of the times, we just fooled
So
around.
cool. I know Edgewood's got their roster all lined up.
Right.
It's pretty near with being the Southwestern Buckeye League
schedule. Oh, there's the man.
E. Hick is in the building. We're gonna have to talk to him, and
we gotta get him on here.
But
their schedule. Oak Hills week 1. That's gonna be especially at Oak Hills from someone who's coached there. That is a very
coverage area. We're sort of lined up with. This is our coverage area on top.
Right.
And we got the independent to sort of kind of separate the entire state of Ohio.
Right. Independent would be like your South.
Check those
your
out.
SWAC teams.
That's where we're at right now with those. But we'll probably be adding more ones.
Like, you could look at Mount Healthy. They have not. I think the SWAC, completely took down their website.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, it's done.
Yeah.
I tried to look up stuff on there. It's completely done.
You want me to get Hickey, Eric over here?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, well, we'll take a break. We'll get Eric Hickey over here. We'll chat with him.
Yeah.
Give us 1 second. This is Report Ohio's app launch extravaganza.
Yes.
All right. Welcome back to the Report Ohio's app launch party. Chris Vogt here, founder, spearhead. Vince keep giving up the mic to our guy, Eric Hickey. Eric Hickey, longtime sports writer in the area, joined the Report Ohio just over the week.
Just over the week.
An exciting time to the transition from what you've been doing in the past to joining something that we've been trying to grow for a long time, man. Thanks for believing in what we're doing and kind of this is a new experience for us all, so we're all going to learn from this.
Well, it kind of brings me home. I mean, I started out in this area covering Miami basketball.
Yeah.
And
would you like to go cover them again?
Yes.
Hell yes.
And so now I can bring 30 years of high school experience, FCC experience, Miami basketball experience. I mean, what you're doing here with your app and your platform is second to none.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, I was telling this before, I think the main thing was everybody wants stuff now.
Yes.
Everyone wants it now. And if we're able to do that and give people an opportunity to say, well, I don't want to dig through the bushes and dig through what is kind of honestly just a process to find it. And the coaches are going to find this as a tool for, something happened in the Mentor Toledo St. Francis game.
Yes.
You can find it right here. It'll be on here on the daily basis. You'll be able to see that. And it might be a task for me on a Friday night, Saturday morning basis, but I don't care. This is why we do it, man. I want to be that guy that will give you guys this product. So.
I mean, there's nobody in Southwest Ohio. I count Dayton all the way to Columbus that's doing anything like this.
Yeah. I'm surprised.
Especially on the high school side.
Right.
I mean, there are sites out there that cover games and all this, but me and you have talked for a couple years now about how big the video interviews are.
Yep.
And how much the kids and the coaches love those video interviews.
Yep.
This is just another platform for people that don't even see that. They get on the app, they see it now.
Right.
They're going to see everything.
Right.
So coaches across the state, in my mind, are going to jump all over this app.
Yep.
And it's just going to blow up.
I like the fact you brought up the whole. Honestly, we're doing this for the kids. That's first and foremost. Then we're doing it for the coaches. Then we're doing it for the parents. But the kids are. You hate to say it, they're on their phones more than they are reading a newspaper or going on the radio. Or I mean, let's just face it. Like dinosaurs are becoming dinosaurs, and you gotta roll with the punches.
Well, I mean, how many times after a game of me and you come walking up and there's like a group of dudes, they're like, who you can talk to? Who you can talk to?
And they love it.
They're not reading our game stories.
No, they don't care.
They're all getting behind us while we're interviewing their buddy trying to make him laugh.
Right. And we're expecting a Gatorade bucket here after a while. And, and the cool thing is, too, with this being an Ohio app eventually, Eric, how cool would it be just to go watch state final football?
Yeah,
and even if it's not, Baden, or if it's not, your top-notch programs in our area, how cool would that be to go up and watch, a day's worth of high school football up at Canton?
Well, let's be honest. We've all watched the games, and we've heard the broadcast, and it's not very good. Right. So why not bring in people that are actually there? Yeah. They don't come in once a year to just broadcast that state final.
Right.
Bring in guys that have been watching the games all year and know the kids, know the coaches, and have a vested interest.
Yeah, and it's more so the regional aspect part of things right now for us.
Yeah.
But so, Eric, we were talking before. I was like, man, I'm going to be at Baden-Hamilton week 1. I said, the first game I thought of for you was like, it's got to be St. X Lakota West.
No doubt. I would have probably fought you for it.
It'll be a fun one.
I think I've done the last 3 or 4 X West games to start the season. They're packed house. Yeah. People can't get in. Yeah. It's a week 1 regional final game.
Absolutely. It really is.
Every year.
It really is. And you'll see that each team is completely different than what they are in week 10 or week 11, which is it's fun. Unfortunately for conferences like ECC and the GMC, that game's a big deal.
Yes.
Because that's the only out-of-conference game that you're playing. That game's a big deal. And then you beat St. X. You want St. X to win the rest of their games.
Yep.
You beat I mean, obviously, if you're Winton Woods or somebody and you're playing, hell, they probably might go up. Well, Fairfield plays Wayne. You want Wayne to win the rest of your games. I mean, that's ultimately how things are going right now.
And I'm interested to see West because in their eyes, anybody else, it's a great season. For them, we were down.
Right.
How are we going to rebound?
Right.
Let's beat X in week 1.
You're exactly right.
You know Tom Bolden will have them sky high.
Yeah, I think there's a level of this wasn't acceptable. Jeff Archibald, man, TV Hamilton, one of our favorites. But no, it's a big time for not just us, but for you, Eric, and I just elated to call you to give you a Report Ohio
Dude,
shirt, man.
we've worked side by side for years, and now we're working together, and I couldn't be happier.
Love it, man.
I mean, look at this event here. This place is packed.
Yep.
They're here to for your app opening.
Love it, man.
That's huge.
Love
in the city of Hamilton in Southwest Ohio, it's just going to get even bigger for you.
Love it. Hey, another reason why we're having this get together is, the person who put the app together. So if you see any issues, you see any problems, hey, just like any other app, you're going to have bugs. I mean, don't initially hit the 1-star. Tell me about it so that we can fix it to a 5-star, right? There we go. That's ultimately why we want to make sure that your experience is.
Well, people know it's live. It's out there. I've had texts today from people already on there looking. They said they love it.
Cool.
They love it.
Good.
And this is day 1.
Day one.
Hour 4.
Right, hour 4. Right. And so tomorrow I'll wake up and have to do put out some fires.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. Well, Eric Hickey, the Report Ohio's area beat writer. Can't wait to work with you, man. Appreciate you, Eric.
Appreciate you.
Hey, we'll be right back with some more interviews. Thanks for joining us on the Report Ohio's app launch. Chris Vogt, exciting day, a monumental day for the area, and not just, we hope, the area, but also the entire state of Ohio. I'm joined with head coach of the Talawanda Braves, Andy Stuckert. Andy, good to see you, brother, man.
Absolutely, man. Wouldn't miss it.
Thanks for coming to support us. I think I wanted to have you on from a coach's perspective because it's one of those things where I know coaches, they keep an eye on the media. I mean, I don't care who you are. They're going to keep an eye on the media just because, one, you do want to know what is being promoted out there on your program, but you also want to keep up with other programs that you're going to go up against. Am I wrong there?
No, I don't. Not at all. Not at all. We keep a pretty close eye on everything in Butler County. I mean, we're not always doing everything the right way and the cutting edge way, so we like to see what other people are doing. But I think the biggest thing is you guys expose our athletes to our community in such a great way and a great light that it becomes a tool for us almost recruiting our hallways.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just you're playing for your parents, that whoever decides to show up to the Talawanda game on Friday night, but after the game you're getting interviewed. It's professionally done. You're going to see that content all over because you guys cover so much on social media, and it just becomes another, you know, perk of playing football.
Right.
So yeah.
And the kids, they kind of grow up. Like, too, when they're approached by media, like, oh, crap, I got to put my game face on, and a different kind of game face, not just, running over somebody on a 4th and 1 goal line, but it's not about him, it's about the team, or it's not about her, it's about the team, and that's when you start realizing that the public perspective as a student athlete goes a long way.
Yeah.
And that's what our job is, to give you that opportunity for you to portray that.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way. We want you to learn from this and put you in situations that, well, hopefully you'll be able to learn from, and not just then, but down the road in life. Big question I want to ask you, Andy, and I respect your opinion and known you for a long time, but what do coaches and what do parents, what do they want to see new age media outlets to do? What do you want to see more of? Because I'm hoping that this app will answer a lot of those questions.
Yeah, so it's funny that you asked that. I was just talking to Eric Hickey about this. I think one of the things that we get to see in football, and football's polarizing, right? I mean, it's kind of always out front and center.
Yeah.
So it's not more important than any other sport. It's just bigger numbers, and it's Friday nights in high school. That's what you know. I think a lot of what I think I would like to see is more content from assistant coaches and our players, and less from me.
For sure.
So people get tired of hearing my voice. I get tired of hearing my voice. But
you are the leader of the team, though.
I am.
That is your brand.
I'll gladly wear that. I'll gladly wear that. But I think it would be neat to see some of the stories from the assistant coaches and the players. And I mean, look, I made my rise in coaching over the last 14 years, or however long I've been doing it. You know, I started as an offensive line coach, and I remember watching, you know, the head coach and watching the coordinators, and then I was like, you know what, I think I do want to be that. And then you move into that role, and you're like, man, I think I do want to keep moving. And I know the whole time you're doing that, it feels like you're doing kind of not a thankless job, but a job that you don't necessarily get recognized publicly for.
Sure.
And so I think it's really neat when you do see those guys get, you know, stories written about them, or somebody peels back some layers on them and starts to talk about, you know, their rise to where they're at and where they want to go. And especially with our staff, because we've moved guys on, you know, we've done a good job. I was
going to bring that up. Yeah, congratulations, Dominic Goodman, man.
Absolutely,
and
man.
you were a big part of that. So Dominic Goodman, Walnut Hills.
Yeah.
Walnut Hills head coach, starts his first year as a head coach under your platform over at the Talawanda Brave community and football community. That's the stuff that you love to see as a head coach. I guarantee it. And I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I know you were hounding me. Dominic Goodman is somebody you need to focus on. And shame on me for not getting there fast enough.
It's my job to bug you.
I know it is. I know it is.
And I also.
But damn it, I couldn't get there fast enough.
I also love to. Well, we got the job done.
Yeah, and you're right. You're right.
Dominic's whole plan, though, I sat down with Dominic. I'm like, what are you? And I do this with my coaching staff. Like, what are your goals? Where are we going? I don't really want a guy that's like, I just want to be a receivers coach for the rest of my life.
Right.
You know, I want a guy that's like, I'm going to be a head coach. I want it because I don't find that in like a threatening way at all.
Right.
It's like, man, I'm going to get the best version of that guy, and then when he leaves, hopefully I get the next hungry guy that comes in. But with Dominic, he was dead set on wanting to be a head coach, and he felt like he was, I don't want to say deficient in a couple areas, but there were areas that he wanted to work on before he did it. We sat down, came up with a plan. I promised him that we would get him in that spot, and we got him in that spot.
Yeah.
It was, it was bittersweet because we've been together for a long
send
time.
Him on.
And he's such a great coach, and our kids love him. But bonus to Walnut Hills, man. They're getting a guy that knows the game and can get kids to come out and play. And I think that he'll get that program turned around.
How cool is that from a coaching perspective to see that? I mean, yeah, you're trying to mold. The focus of a coach is to mold athletes that are on your team. But you made that known that there's also a secondary aspect of a coach is to allow your assistants to be the best person that they can as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not doing your job if you're not working from one end of the spectrum to the next, right?
Yeah, right.
How cool is that to see Dominic go and do what he really cool. When he told you that he's got to go, you're like, hell yes.
Well,
this is what I've been helping you.
I'll reveal, the truth about the whole story, and this is what I love about it, is I tell my coaches, I'm like, listen, I know you're going to get opportunities. I was like, I'll help you get it.
Yeah.
Just keep me up to date on what's happening. So I knew every time Dominic interviewed somewhere, because we also would sit down and go through some interview prep stuff.
Yeah.
So, and then I have, I've got volumes of stuff that I've kept over the years, and I organize everything, and everybody makes fun of me, and I've got it all sitting in a locker at Talawanda.
You're organized.
Yeah, it's something like that. But Dominic, I gave him some of those manuals. I'm like, take this, kind of mold yours like it. It'll look good, it'll present well, and then all the information in there anyway.
Right.
You don't necessarily need to read it; just organize it. So I think it's really exciting. I'm really, obviously I'm a big Walnut Hills fan now. So because I want those guys to go be successful, and it's cool to have a coaching tree, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not 100% mine, I guess, but we've now put two guys that have been on my staff in the last couple of years at head coaching jobs.
Yeah.
And Shown, yeah.
Northwest.
Great job, yeah. And I will tell you this, I'll make a bold statement right now. We're not done with that, because I have some really, really good coaches on my staff. So.
But they say, like, you got tight end University, you've got running back, wide receiver University of Ohio State, assistant head coach University over at Talawanda.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that, because I'll get the next most hungry guy.
There it is.
Yeah.
I love it. Andy, one last thing before you head out, man. If there's anything that you feel you want to see from a media standpoint coming up this year, it all changes, man. Media changes. Media, other than the assistant coach vibe, what needs to be done to make sure that coaches and players won't look at media in a bad way?
Well, I think that you guys have a duty to tell the story.
I agree.
Right? And sometimes you're not going to like what you see, and I think honesty is one of the best things that can come out of it. But I think what you guys are doing is awesome. What I would love to see is more people step up sponsorship-wise to help you guys grow your platform even bigger than it is, and get more eyes on it, because that at the end of the day helps us, because it's exposing our kids in a positive way, and you guys are covering more, and it might be a little easier on your schedule.
Yeah, right? I think Miss Amanda Vogt would love that too.
Yeah.
And Gavin loves it anyway, because he's here with us. Yeah. He'll do your score bug when you guys are playing Ross.
He doesn't have a choice.
In what week? Yeah, he doesn't have a choice.
Yeah.
But you play Ross in week 5 or 6. I forget. I forget.
I have Taylor week 1. That's all.
That's all you care about, Rick.
I'll look at the schedule.
Nice word, Coach. Nice wordage there. But my son Gavin will be working the score bug on our stream when you play Ross.
Love it.
Andy Stuckert, Talawanda.
Appreciate you.
Well, good long-time buddy,
congrats.
And appreciate you stopping by and saying hey. We'll be back with some more interviews on the Report Ohio's launch party. Crouch, Hamilton High School head football coach. Thanks for taking a little bit of your time to stop by and hang out. And
we appreciate what you guys do.
Well, I think one of the things that I wanted to sort of, bring about with this is a lot of parents and a lot of kids and a lot of coaches, maybe not so much coaches. It's going to be interactive, and people are going to be able to find out what's going on with Hamilton-Badin August 21st as it's happening, which is really neat.
Yeah, it's really
There's to be a scorecard that'll say, just like ESPN, it's like, what do you give a crap?
Well,
I mean, you probably do, because you probably read everything. You want to make sure you're doing everything right. I mean,
yeah, it's
talk to me about
kids
that.
Kids are so visual now,
right?
And they can get on their phone. My son's got a habit of just sitting. It's unbelievable. But overall, the more coverage, the better for us.
For sure, right?
And it means a lot to our kids, whether we like it or not.
Right?
It's amazing the change in the last 20, 25 years of just when we were younger, none of us.
You had to wait for the next morning.
We don't want to take a picture, And then now you walk up everywhere and they're like this, and
right.
It's unbelievable. So that was just that was just considered something you didn't do. When we were younger, you think that was considered a selfish thing.
Right.
But now it's just totally normal, and so these kids are used to it, and they like to see graphics, and they like to see stuff online, and they like to see hype videos and all that stuff. And we try to do. I think we do a heck of a job. My program to get our stuff out there and on Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff. So we're even starting to dabble in TikTok a little bit now, and it's fun. All right, but it's a lot. It's a lot of work.
It is, but you also have a product to run.
Yep.
You can't put that aside.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be glamorous and everybody wants to look good, but at the end, do you want to play it in Canton? Like, that's another thing. I'd imagine that your goal was probably to play to Canton, but
absolutely.
So
I want to win a GMC first. That's what I want to do.
Correct.
And my son came over. He's playing for me this year.
Yeah, and how fun is that?
That's a big commitment.
How fun is that?
That shows our commitment, my family, and to Hamilton football. And we're pretty excited about this year. And Ty Smallwood's our principal, and he's just phenomenal.
Invested.
A great human being, and played for me at Hamilton, and just loves Hamilton and bleeds blue, and but he does a great job with the media too.
Yeah, he does.
Like that. But overall, it's a big deal for our kids to have you guys come out and interview our kids and put them out there so they can get some credit for the hard work they've been doing.
For sure, absolutely. Last thing, I don't want to keep you long because I know we're past our budgeted time here at Shooters. No, they don't care. But if you would want to, I guess. Outside of, unfortunately, you got a dying breed in newspapers, and you hate to see that. You hate to see it.
Yeah.
Because, I love waking up in the morning and smelling the newspaper, and, you're in the bathroom, you know what I mean? You got the paper open. But where do you see media evolving to? Because that's what we're trying to go.
Yeah. Well,
I know this is a hard question.
The papers are going to
they're going to die.
Yeah, they're
going to die.
And sometimes it's just over information. They can get
I agree.
at the tip of their thumb all the time.
I agree.
It's like when I was younger. We was always taught if you're a bad person, you're not going to be successful.
Yeah.
But these kids are actually seeing people that are not very good people that are successful with the social media. So I think it's hurt our overall training of our kids and the thought process of our kids. And it's just, I really think social media has created a lot of selfishness.
I agree.
And if it's not, used correctly, it's damaging, honestly, and I'll give you an example. My son played in the Little League World Series in 2007. I really think that affected his overall passion for the game, because he was never going to get that much attention, like he did in Williamsport. You know, he just wasn't. Unless you're playing for the Buckeyes or playing in the major leagues, you're not going to be on ESPN and them asking you interviews and stuff like that. He actually had a play of a game on the ESPN, and it played over and over and over. So after that, it was just everything wasn't as exciting,
right?
So
it was almost like the peak.
Yeah, it was like
a peak.
He just didn't have the passion he had before, about playing baseball. But overall, it's a good experience. But we got to be careful, and make sure that we're using it the right way and making sure our kids understand the reality of it, because I'll be honest, our kids don't understand reality anymore. They play these games and stuff like that, and we should have a lot more bigger kids playing than are, but they'd rather be home playing games and stuff like that, and it's a problem. But, we stay positive, and we just keep pushing kids, and we got great numbers. We got over 100 kids out, freshmen to seniors, and they're just a bunch of great kids that go to work, man, and we're pretty excited about it, and we appreciate all your guys' coverage. And you came out yesterday and watched us practice.
We had fun.
And we tore them up a little bit.
Yeah, you did, and I loved it. There's a couple crampers.
Yeah, there was a couple
crampers. That's all right.
That's right.
You're supposed to have a couple crampers, because then they're going to learn from it.
Absolutely.
They'll learn. They won't drink Monsters the day before, right?
That's right.
Don't drink a Monster. Drink some water.
That's true. Absolutely.
That's it. Arby, I always appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. Arby Crouch, Hamilton football coach. Looking forward to covering you guys this year. And, hey, this is going to be it from the Report Ohio's launch party. Go on Google Play. Go on Apple Store. We'll see you guys.
Need help? No, dude.